Hey guys, so today I wanted to cover a topic that I've been wanting to do a series on. So there'll be more than one video for this topic, but that's on advocacy. And so today I want to discuss the advocacy that we as parents and adults can provide for those with exceptionalities. I'll begin by sharing a story with you to illustrate what I'm talking about. My oldest was about 9 or 10, a little younger than what the cutoff is for the playgrounds and indoor playgrounds at McDonald's and Burger King. I remember that he got there excited. He saw a kid, a boy, and he was probably about half his age, but maturity-wise, they were on par. They got along great. So they were playing in the tubes and having a good old time. I'd step out for a little while. I swear I wasn't gone very long. And when I came back, I noticed something had happened. Well, it turns out that when the little boy was ready to go eat with his dad, my son wanted to follow along and, sit and enjoy his time with the kid. And the dad basically said, "Stay away from my child. Get away from him." Something like that. And I was like shocked. I was shocked when I heard that this had happened. But I wish you could have seen the countenance on my child change when I got back. He was just so heartbroken. He didn't understand what had happened. He had done nothing wrong. And so in his eyes, he's trying to figure out, what happened. And so this is an illustration of when adults just don't know. They just don't know how to treat other people's kids with exceptionalities. So let's talk about that. As a parent, I have faced many times when my children have been shunned or not included in activities and things such as birthday parties or play groups or, gatherings as they got older is what they're called. And in the process, guess who else gets excluded and feels left out? The parent, right? So this is a form of, of shunning, which used to be used as torture, as punishment back in the Middle Ages or, back in the old times, in the old days. In villages, people would get shunned out of their village, and that was punishment for a crime or whatever they felt was done wrong. And so this is modern day, and these kids have no idea why they're being treated this way. How many of you with children with exceptionalities have faced similar trials? I'm sure a lot of you have. A lot of you have felt the difference in the way that you are treated. And, when your children are treated that way, it affects you just as much, doesn't it? I've always been a parent of inclusion. When my children were younger, I would try to invite as many kids as I could. There were times, when expenses were pretty high and our income wasn't as great that we had a limit. But for the most part, we always try to include those that, I felt would want to come or that could come. And so whenever this happened, I just never understood why. I could never understand why a parent would, do that, on purpose. Why would they intentionally have a gathering in their home and invite a lot of people and exclude my child? So this is the reality that we live in. And then the worst part is that now in today's society, we have a lot of, social media posting of pictures on Facebook, Instagram, or whatever. And that's like rubbing salt in our wounds. When we see things like that and then, our children are excluded from an activity that we know they should have been invited to, but weren't. I hear it all the time. People come to me and say, "Oh, you're an awesome parent. I don't know how you do it. Got great kids." But let me tell you, actions speak louder than words. So whenever you're a parent and you have a birthday party and you don't invite my child, what does that, tell me? Or when you have a gathering with a lot of kids and you don't invite my child, what does that tell me? So that's the reality. And one of the ugly truths of being a parent with kids with exceptionality. So guess what? When this happens once, twice, 3 times, 100 times, you finally just give up. You give up and you form your own tribe. You know, you reach out to other parents with kids with exceptionalities. And in an ideal world, that shouldn't happen. In a future video, I'd like to discuss church and other things like that, because that is another source of contention in a lot of families. I hear it a lot in every denomination and all that, in the trials and the challenges that parents face with their children and trying to fit in and to find that support system. So what can we do as parents? Teach your children about inclusion. You know, simple things like including them in conversation. You know, that is just plain courtesy. I mean, I have seen so many times when there'll be a group of kids and they're in a circle talking, and then a child comes up trying to join a conversation and they close that circle and do not let anybody else in. And to me, that's just plain rude. I've seen parents do that. I have seen adults do that. So it's not just for kids. It starts in the home. Parents need to teach their children how to treat others. And so, am I saying that you should treat kids with exceptionalities any different? No, that's exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying that treat them the same. You know, 9 times out of 10, that's going to be great. I mean, that's all they want. Children with exceptionalities just want to be included. They want to be able to be treated just like everyone else. And they want to be able to have the same experiences that your children have. So as a parent, today's message from me to you is to please think twice and look in your heart. Do an evaluation and consider the fact if you are that type of person, and change if you have the desire to change. There's no way I can change you, but change your heart and think about how you can reach out to a parent or have your child reach out to another child who just needs a friend. All right, so that is my message for today, part 1 of a series of videos I will be doing on advocacy. Good luck on your journey, and then until next time, see you soon. Bye-bye.